So yesterday they were saying we were going to get about 3 to 6 inches this part of Long Island, and that Suffolk County was going to get, I think they were saying about 8 inches at the most, and that totally changed. And I think now this technically is considered a blizzard, but either way we have pretty much no visibility. The winds are whipping like 50 miles an hour. Went into work, shoveled for a couple hours, and right now I'm in eastern Nassau County on the North Shore, and I'm gonna head down Northern Boulevard into Suffolk, go like Cold Spring Harbor area, see exactly really how far I can get. This is really bad. Just pulled into this parking lot like 20 minutes ago, and the snow just started to pile up all of a sudden. So bear with me a second here. I'm gonna get this camera mounted the most ghetto way imaginable, but whatever works, right? That's it. I'm just taking some packing tape, mounting my phone to the mirror. I've done this several times before. And there we go. Now I got a temporary dash cam. Cheapest 5-cent camera mount you can possibly use right here. Just a piece of packing tape. Alright, it's adjusted here. Looks like we got some traffic coming that way. It's really hard to see coming up to intersections, and as soon as you're able to see the traffic light, you're pretty much under it. It's like not even 100-foot visibility right now. Charger on here. Defrost the windshield. Alright, right now there's about 8 inches of snow on the ground in the section I'm in. So we'll see how it is further out in Suffolk County. Total whiteout conditions right now. Supposed to stop by 5 o'clock, I think, so about halfway in now.
Extremely low. The snow is being blown sideways by the strong wind. Conditions are getting worse. I've been here for about an hour, and it's gotten worse. The worse I've seen it. So we're about to head back inside. The Mayor de Blasio is going to host a press conference to update us about exactly what the city is doing to clear up this road. We'll have that starting around 11:30. Reporting live in Brooklyn, Mike Stubbs, WCBS News Radio 880.
Well, thank you, Mike. And we'll have an abbreviated sports report coming up in a minute.
Do you have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistake?
Your 401k, I did. This Carcosa was 87. Sports 15 and 45 around the clock. Jerry Recco 10-10 wins. Sports wins news time 11:17. Attention investors, 2017 is the year of Trump, and financial markets are rising at all-time highs. But economic uncertainty may be greater than after any. Or 20 milligrams for $2 per tablet. That is a savings of $40 per dose. Today's snow is keeping traders inside on Wall Street, and they've been busy. The Dow took off from the opening bell, climbing above the 25,000 point mark for the first time. The Dow is up nearly 7,000 points, or 36% since President Trump's election. Wins News Time, 11:19.
I'm Nick Soboleski, a select...
De-icing quick. Get moving again here in a second. want to get a few shots of the exploder from the outside. My other broken phone. And now I'm going to start to head towards Suffolk County. We're going to be headed east on Long Island on 25A Northern Boulevard. I'm going to see if I can make it to Cold Spring Harbor. Damn, we got some snow drifting back here. Holy crap. This drift. Damn. This drift right next to me is at least waist deep, I would say. Right there. Wow, it's drifting. Look at all those geese. The thing I hate about this phone is the lens really isn't that much of a wide angle, so can't really get so much of a picture. But damn, I guess this is the most sheltered place they feel. Feel the most out of the wind there or something, I don't know.
The fact that people still have a lot of snow built up, or their windshield wipers are iced up, and it's really
not mine anymore.
As people try to
barely
proceed safely.
Well, we appreciate your time, sir. Oyster Bay Town Supervisor Joseph Salazar.
I just rubbed paper towel with alcohol on the glass and the wiper blades. Helped a bit.
Some of the worst conditions you've seen, Chief. Recall, Carol, where are you now, and what are the conditions? Any better at all, or are they worse?
Just about the same, terrible. And right now I'm headed west on Old Country Road. This is like the Westbury neighborhood. And the whiteout condition is so bad that if there's a car stuck in front of me, I can't see it until I'm almost on top of it. And you know what else is a problem? I'm seeing people walking in the street. And what they don't realize is when I come upon them, I can't stop. I mean, I have four-wheel drive, but this is slippery. All the four-wheel drive in the world doesn't help if there's ice on the road. And then I'm seeing so many cars that are stuck.
It's gonna be a bitch because I gotta make this left, and this light's not gonna pick me up unless I go right over the sensor. So in other words, it's never gonna change. Pretty much gonna have to go this way. Let this guy continue plowing as I plow through this bank of snow here. Wow, there's barely any visibility. Look at that. Pan the camera somewhat. Yeah, there's no visibility. Alright, so now we're on Northern Boulevard, and we're headed east. We're, I'd say about 10 miles from Suffolk County. This is Greenvale, Roslyn, New York.
And the wind has kicked up recently, flakes blowing sideways, so it's bad out there, but not as bad as Long Island. Glenn?
That's Roger Stern out in Flushing, Queens. I'm Glenn Shuckabee. 1010 Winds, Storm Desk.
Winds news time, 11:27.
This is Charles Osgood. This holiday season, please take a moment to fight.
Promo code DRIVE. That's promo code DRIVE. Spot Hero. Park smarter.
Are you taking Viagra for ED? Well, now you can take sildenafil, the active ingredient in Viagra, in generic 20 milligrams for $2 per tablet. That is a savings of $40 per dose. Marley Drug is a North Carolina pharmacy delivering generic sildenafil right to your door. For information on sildenafil, go to marleygenerics.com.
Now we're coming up on Glen Cove Road. We're on Northern Boulevard. I'm headed towards Suffolk County.
Suspended
on both the West Hempstead branch and the Hempstead branch as well. Weather-related switch troubles. Other lines, they are experiencing delays of about 20 to 30 minutes because of weather conditions. Problems now on the Verrazano Bridge Staten Island bound. While there is a truck ban on the upper level, one truck managed to get on the upper level and flipped over, and that is the reason why there is a truck ban on the Verrazano Bridge, because of the high wind. So Staten Island bound Verrazano Bridge, at least one lane is blocked with this flipped over truck. You've got delays also on the Whitestone Bridge. As soon as you get into the Bronx or the ramp to the Bruckner interchange, a broken down vehicle there, so all lanes, they are still blocked off. In Queens, a couple of disabled tractor trailers now on the westbound LIE right around Springfield Boulevard. At least one lane is shut down there, and you've got troubles as well in Connecticut on the Connecticut Turnpike. If you're traveling on the southbound side right around exit 34 in Milford, a broken down vehicle there. How old are your smoke alarms? Replaced today with Kidda's worry-free alarms. Get 10 years of power and no low battery chirps. Kidda, technology that saves lives. Now the forecast from the WCBS Weather Center.
And travel definitely not advised for the next few hours. Very heavy snow, strong wind across the area. Total snowfall 6 to 10 inches for the city. Higher amounts just to the east, a little bit less to the west. Strong wind will cause blowing and drifting. Temperatures staying in the 20s. After the snow moves away, it'll be brutally cold with strong wind tonight, tomorrow, and on into Saturday with blowing and drifting snow. Currently, temperatures are in the lower 20s. I'm meteorologist John Grishak in the WCBS Weather Center.
WCBS News Time, 11:30.
News, traffic, and weather for New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut. We are WCBS News Radio 880.
Good morning. On this Thursday, January 4th, 2018, I'm Pat Farnack. Here's the latest from the WCBS newsroom. Governor Cuomo is taking no chances dealing with the snowstorm today.
We're going to be declaring a state of emergency because the situation has continued to deteriorate.
New Jersey Governor Chris Christie also has declared a state of emergency for several counties along the Jersey Shore, which could get up to 16 inches of snow today. Also, that much snow could fall on Long Island and eastern Connecticut as well. Many other parts of the area will see about 10 inches. And to the north and west, this is unusual, 6 inches, though, expected. Flights into and out of JFK have now been suspended because of the storm. Also, we should mention that the Dow is up 140 points at 25,062. Sports Islanders visit Flyers. Devils are in Dallas. WCBS News Time, 11:31. Because of today's snowstorm, Governor Cuomo has declared a state of emergency for our area. He just held a briefing, and WCBS reporter Alex Silverman was there. Alex?
You know, Pat, in the past half hour or so, the snow has really intensified here over Midtown Manhattan. It is a white curtain here along 3rd Avenue. I could barely make out the glowing Chase Bank sign across the street. I've seen cars getting stuck on the smallest of hills here in town. I've seen pedestrians almost getting hit because cars try to stop mid-turn, and they can't stop. So we really need to use caution out here. So we have this state of emergency for the whole region now.
This state of emergency means unless it is essential for you to be out on the roads and moving around today, you should not be.
It also means the governor has the power to put in place a full region-wide travel ban. At this point, he is not doing that. One thing surely taken into account there is the fact that rush hour wasn't so bad, so a lot of people came into work.
We got a lot of snow. Damn. Yeah, man. I'm headed towards Cold Spring Harbor right now. I just passed CW. You're on the live. Damn. Wow, we got somebody in a CTS, it looks like. It's clearing off the windshield. Yeah, I think it's a CTSV. Whoa. Damn. You want to have more? You want to have a fun drive? Well, actually, you're probably going to get stuck behind somebody anyway on the Wantagh, so it wouldn't be that fun. Or if they're plowing, yeah, because if they're plowing, also, you're going to end up being delayed. Yeah. No, where? So you're in Merrick? Oh, you're on Merrick Road. Right. Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, I got a live stream going right now, and when I picked up the phone, I think it flipped it upside down, but I'm still streaming from what I can tell. But yeah, from what I'm seeing, it's upside down, which is unfortunate. Well, that phone call definitely fucked up my stream, but it's all good. Trying to find a road that I can pull into, but everything's just covered in snow. Just seeing the street sign. A lot of these are private roads, like I could have turned down there. Damn it. There we go. Alright, ready to proceed. Now the strip of tape and the camera mount is fixed. The road's going to narrow down a bit up ahead here. There we go. Keeps going out of focus. As I'm sure y'all can see.
The fleet in the last year to be able to work the smaller streets in many parts of the city, including in areas like Corona, Queens, where I was, and I saw those smaller plows in action. They're really doing great work, and they're reaching a lot of places that were unreachable in the past, so I think this is going to help a lot. You're not going to see pavement on the roads in the short term. The intensity of the storm is too great right now. There's too much snow coming down to expect to see blacktop right away. And we've got really tough conditions too in terms of the impact of the salt. When it's this cold, the salt doesn't have as much effect. We expect these very low temperatures to continue. So I want all New Yorkers to have a little bit of patience with the fact that despite the great work of sanitation, it's going to be a while before you see the blacktop in some parts of the city. In terms of other precautions, we're taking Code Blue is in effect, and we'll be around the clock because of the extremely cold temperatures, so we'll be looking to make sure anyone out on the street is safe. Also, some updates on transportation. We are suspending New York City ferry service at noon today. Our expectation is that it will be up and running for the morning commute on all lines, but it will be suspended on all lines as of noon today. Staten Island ferry service is running as normal. It's on a midday schedule now. We expect that to continue at this point. And as you know, MTA service is all running. Also, in terms of transportation, both LaGuardia and JFK do not have flights going in or out at this point. Want to emphasize to everyone, these are very, very dangerous conditions. So this is where New Yorkers have choices to make, and I want people to make the smart choices. Stay inside if you can. If you do not need to be on the roads, don't be on the roads. That's both for your own safety and to allow the sanitation workers to do their work so they can clear the roads for everyone else's safety. If you go out for as little time as possible. If you have to walk somewhere, bundle up, take precautions because it's bitterly cold, and with the wind, it's even worse. Driving conditions are going to be tough today. They'll certainly be tough for the next few days because we don't expect to see a lot of melting.
So right now we're going into Cold Spring Harbor, coming up on the left. If I keep going straight and go off to the right, then that's going to bring me to Huntington. And apparently this area, as we get further towards this area, it's hit a lot harder. We're It's supposed to be getting hit a lot harder.
To the maximum extent possible. Don't go outside if you don't need to. Use
Seems like it's not snowing as hard as it was about 10 miles down the road where I started off earlier.
Leave time, go slow, take it slow, because these are really treacherous conditions. Looking ahead, we at this moment expect school to be open tomorrow, Friday. We'll have updates later in the day, but given that the storm is expected to abate in the next few hours, essentially, we do expect school to be open. And an update on alternate side parking. It will be canceled both. It's canceled today, of course. It will be canceled both tomorrow and Saturday. So again, if you can leave your car and not have to move it around, please leave it in place. So we expect tough conditions for days to come, particularly in terms of the cold. This is a very sobering reality. It's really going to be cold all the way through Sunday. National Weather Service told me that on Friday and Saturday night, when you take the temperature and then the wind chill, we expect the temperature outside to feel like -20. So National Weather Service is projecting a temperature of
Cold Spring Harbor frozen over. The spring, I believe, itself is somewhere on the left here. I think coming up here on the left. It's Cold Spring Harbor State Park. Cold Spring Harbor is really frozen. Pretty sure there's a big rut right here. What I remember during the summer. I guess they filled it in. But there's the spring over to the right. Here's a totally frozen over boat ramp. Looks like it's snowing, or it's just blowing snow in the distance. I think it is snowing in the distance because it's pretty much white out. But you can see for a bit, and then there's just like whiteness over there on the right. You can't see the land. Looks like the snow's drifted in this area because the spot's clean. And it's just blown. It looks like a plow was in here earlier and all the snow just kind of blew back, except for that area. Anyway, I'm gonna head to a more hilly spot. Get off of these main streets, get on those back roads that aren't gonna be as plowed. Some more fun. Quite a few steep hills in this area. this ought to be fun. This is right out on the water. Very exposed to the wind. So even if they just plowed this, it's definitely covered again. At work earlier, we were plowing, shoveling, snow blowing. As soon as we would make one pass across the parking lot, turn around, and it would just be covered in snow again. Wow, look at this to the left. Wow. They're saying that a lot of this ice that formed in the bay is going to cause a lot of damage to docks and beach erosion and stuff like that. Hope it's not the case. Wow. Look at all the geese. Holy crap. They must be freezing. It's gonna get down to like, I think 6 degrees tonight. So it's gonna feel like negative 10 or 20 wind chill. Now we're going to head up in the hills. It's going to be quite a windy and steep road that in any normal conditions, if you're not familiar with it, there's quite a few hairpin turns. Snake Hill Road. Lloyd Harbor. Damn it, it looks like they just plowed it. Probably just finished up.
But we will stay in split shifts until we are through this, and we anticipate we will have to work through icy conditions tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Commissioner. All right,
Once again, she said we are expecting 3 inches of snow per hour in New York City. WCBS News Time, 11:56.
Hi, I'm Greg Meyer.
From Long Island, this road makes me feel like I'm upstate. Quite a steep road for Long Island. Snowblower action over here on the right. I'm on a private road, so always see a lot of deer around this area, especially on this road.
are, yes. Me and my wife both are. We sure are.
The rapidly intensifying coastal storm has generated 80-mile-per-hour wind gust, hurricane force, on North Carolina's Outer Banks. Jim Crisula, CBS News, Greensboro, North Carolina.
The voters spoke, but a key Virginia State House race ended in a tie. Today, officials tried to settle the matter.
And today, the Dow topping 25,000 for the first time, gaining 130 points. The Nasdaq is up 10.
Wednesday News Time, 12:01. From the Ram Truck Traffic Center, here's Greg Rice.
Oh, Larry, just a mess.
Ram Truck Traffic Center.
23 and
Damn right.
Central, as we see that on another one of the 1010 winds. Jam Kim's barely moving at all, getting past the split for the Whitestone Expressway. Here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. Whitestone Bridge, you can't use it if you're in a truck, a van.
Here's what you need to know. Don't even bother to try to leave this island or do anything, because it's going to take you forever.
LaGuardia is also closed. No word on Newark just yet. Alternate signs suspended today, tomorrow, and now Saturday as well. And now this message: 23andme.com, a genetic survey. Your health, traits, and ancestry. You can start to learn more about your DNA. 23andme.com. On 10 wins.
Traffic sponsored by Subway.
Subway restaurants feature a
Of course, they put a on traffic and weather together. Now that everybody wants to hear the weather, of course, they put a commercial before it.
138 points.
You continue.
Of the storm, the heaviest snow we've seen yet is falling right now. The heaviest snow band is starting to shift a little bit westward into northeastern New Jersey, slowly out of the city, but obviously still snowing quite hard out there right now. So this is the heart of the storm. We'll see the snow slowly wind down this afternoon, but the wind, if anything, will increase, and the snow is quite light and powdery, so it will blow and drift all over the place. And we can thank frigid temperatures and wind gusts of 50 to 60 miles per hour for that. In fact, those winds will bring down some trees and power lines, especially across Connecticut and Long Island. But most of the area is still subject to at least sporadic power outage because of those strong winds. The highest snow total is likely on Long Island, where we could be looking at 1.5 feet of snow. But we'll be approaching at least 10 inches, it looks like, in the city. And we'll see, though, again, the drifting to continue through tonight. Then frigid air arrives tomorrow and sticks around right through the weekend. Larry?
We have activated the ChevyOffers.com Storm Desk to start off the 1010 Winds team coverage. Here's our Juliet Papa live in the 1010 Winds newsroom.
And good afternoon, Larry. Good afternoon, everyone. Well, in case you didn't know, it's snowing and it's blowing. And that is the danger out there. Our severe weather team is out and about, and we're going to take you where they are. But let's get to the nitty-gritty right now. Mayor de Blasio is holding a news conference as we speak. He says ferry service has been suspended, but the Staten Island ferry is still going. The snow is expected to stop this afternoon, but of course we'll be briefing you on that all afternoon. But the plows are going.
Oh, we've had salt spreaders out on the road since 4 a.m. There are 693 salt spreaders out. Plows went out at 7:45 a.m. when there was enough accumulation for them to be able to do their work. There's now 1,500 plows out. This includes the smaller plows that we added into the fleet.
And those smaller plows go to the narrower streets in like Staten Island and Queens, and gets to those dead-end streets and those one-way roads. As for public transportation, here's the MTA's Joe Loda.
We're fully running our normal service, and we will continue to. In this case, we also have switch heaters as well as third rail heaters out there for all of our systems.
Now, Sanitation Commissioner Catherine Garcia says if you can, just stay off the roads so that the plows can clear the streets.
Stay off the roads if you can at all. If you're out there, please take it very slowly.
Let's see how sideways I go on this turn. I don't see anybody coming from below. Oh! cook that just a little bit. Slight overcooking right there. These new tires I got, they grab. Where's focus here? There we go. Care how thick their feathers and coat and everything that they got or whatever the hell they got is, but it is cold out. And the wind, it's like negative, it's below zero. Right now I think it's 31 according to the car's thermometer, but it's not always accurate. It might really be like in the 20s. Guardrail is completely covered in snow. Damn, look at all this snow blowing. Off in the distance. You wonder why these telephone poles are leaning so much, but now you see why. Freaking huge 1 or 2 ton chunks of ice slamming against them with the tides going in and out. And we got 60-mile-an-hour winds, or wind gusts really. I'm sure a lot of people on Long Island are going to be losing power if they haven't already. I'm gonna head towards Huntington now. Then go intercept the British Atlantic. He's coming through with the Land Rover into our area. So we'll go back to my town and meet up with him. We'll drive around for a bit. I feel like going for like a hike or something. Got like a good spot. It's just like wilderness woods. I wouldn't mind going back there for a little while. It's always fun. Snow. Got another snow blower over here. Man, that guy just did the whole driveway on the left. That's gotta be 2 feet of snow. That truck is up, like above the wheels or halfway up the wheels, so that's a lot of snow. It looks like there's a big drift right here. Yeah, it's covered halfway up. Probably just be able to put it in 4-wheel drive and plow right through it. The RAV, I don't know. Beautiful house on the left. That's what I love about this area. These historic homes. That is one buried Sierra. I'll cover some more ground now. Some bad service in the area, and I'm about to be back online now. be fun. Holy crap. I'm in snow up to the bottom of my door right now. This is a freaking climb. American dream, yeah, right. It's exactly what the American dream looks like. House all boarded up. Because there's too many freaking restrictions. It takes forever to build a house now, especially in this area. So many permits and applications and crap for everything. Got to be like a foot, let's say 10 or 11 inches at the least.
I don't know. I felt like the area I was in earlier, like Greenvale, Roslyn area, they had way more snow, and it was snowing hard. Like I went in the parking lot at the museum, and it was like within 15 minutes, I would say an inch fell, and it was blowing like so hard, couldn't see anything. Right. I mean, it's bad wherever you go. But on the South Shore, there were people. Damn. Yeah. Yep. Christmas display. Yeah. Town of Hempstead does way worse than town of North Hempstead. It seems they just don't have as much equipment and personnel. Yeah, I believe it. They at least like put some ice melt or something down. Where? Oh yeah, Main Street. What's going on? Is it passable? In big wide open areas, you can really see the snow blowing. It's drifting on the road right now that I'm driving on, and there's this it's like a golf course. I know. They would close it even if the beach was still in season. It would be nice. Yeah, you wouldn't know where anything is. You'd be hitting logs and stuff. Exactly. Okay. You should see the hills I'm going down. I gaffed it on this really tight hairpin turn, and I was doing fine. I was going sideways, but then the tires grabbed real abrupt in the instead of like, going kind of like how I thought I would. It like stopped and like feel like the sidewall hit the curb. Like not really that hard, but enough to topple the vehicle. Vehicle. I, no, it's pretty quiet out here. Also, I'm just gonna drive through. What's up? Okay. Right now I'm on Main Street, Cold Spring Harbor. Yeah. Oh, really? You mean it's like level? Yeah, 'cause it's high tide. It looks like from the way it is here right now. Yep. Well, that's good. Wait till it gets covered up again. Right now I'm gonna take. Yep. I'm gonna take one last look at the bay over here. It's crazy. You know that road, like say you're Main Street, Cold Spring Harbor, and you're like where the firehouse is, you make a left, and then you can go on that like road that runs along the bay, like it goes all the way along the length, like the side of the bay. Very narrow, like no phone falls in the water. Yeah, I'm driving along it right now. And there's all these geese though that are just like freezing, like sitting on the ice. Bad to see that. Yeah, like I thought they would have left this area. But cold everywhere right now. Oh, all right. It's big, nuts. I know they always do. Yep. Or people or budget. Our town, I'll forget it. They'll start complaining. Oh, the geese are starting to fly away now. It looks like at least some of them are. All right. What are you gonna do? You want to maybe like in a little while? You want to go for a hike? You have like good snow boots? All right. So we're going to the pits, and we're gonna go for a little. Like later on, maybe last like 2 hours of daylight or something. We'll just go for a little trek. We'll trek in there. Bundle up, Arctic parka, boots. Um, all right. Try to get in touch with him. Maybe pick him up. I'll come back to Nassau County, and I guess yeah. When you're ready, like hang up because I can't touch my phone. But either way, try to get him in the meantime. Yeah, no, it's nice in Suffolk right now for sure. I kind of want to go further east, but I don't really know where to go. 20 miles away from my area. So. All right, so just call me back in a little bit. All right, all right, all right, bye.
It's been in the past, so we have extended our cold weather protocols through the weekend into next week. So these warming centers will be open. 211 is the number to call in Connecticut if you need a use of a warming center, if you're out of heat, if you need transportation to a warming center, if you're elderly or disabled. 211 is the number to call.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, Governor.
Great to be with you. Thank you.
Okay, thanks. And that's Connecticut Governor Dan Malloy joining us. WCBS News Time, 12:55. We'll check business coming up.
No other vehicle quite matches the 2018 Mercedes-Benz GLC, so we compared it to a heavyweight boxer. A heavyweight boxer has speed, power, and technique. The GLC is the full package with good looks, turbocharged power, and cutting-edge technology. A heavyweight boxer has good defenses. The GLC's surround view system makes it a master in protection. Lastly, in boxing, it's the belt that signifies the winner, with the GLC's bold looks and dynamic drive making it the champion. There's never been a better time to experience the 2018 GLC. Starting at $40,000 tickets. Just drive one today. Mercedes-Benz, the best for nothing.
Seems like it's getting worse out here. The wind might be a bit stronger just from the way it seems with the snow blowing.
Checking in on the ramp to the GWB, letting us know about an accident. Thank you very much for the update, Andrew. If you have to be out on the roads and you see a traffic tie-up, meet WCBS cellmating, call the Mavis Discount Tire traffic tip line at 212-975-8888. In the Bronx, we've got problems on the Sheridan northbound on the ramp to the Cross Bronx. That ramp is currently closed with an accident. Disabled truck on the LIE lower level westbound on the ramp to the southbound BQE, so all lanes there. They are currently closed as well. The GWB, 35-mile-an-hour speed restriction in both directions. The Whitestone Bridge, you've got a ban on trucks, minivans, and motorcycles in both directions, and also a ban on trucks on the upper level of the Verrazano Bridge. The lower level of the Verrazano Bridge, that is currently shut down. You've got speed restrictions still on the Turnpike, 35 there. Also the Garden State Parkway, speed restriction of 35 miles an hour as well. And Route 17 in Paramus, northbound on the ramp to Century Road. Watch out for a broken down tractor trailer. Now the forecast from the WCBS Weather Center.
Strong wind and heavy snow today, making travel nearly impossible as temperatures hold in the lower to middle 20s. Behind the storm, strong wind and brutal cold from tonight right through the first part of the weekend. I'm meteorologist John Greshak in the WCBS Weather Center.
The snow is still coming down, 23 in Central Park. Relative humidity, 92%. I'm Pat Farnack. Do take care.
New York's home for news, traffic, and weather. This is News Radio 880, WCBS, WCBS HD, and WCBS FM HD2, New York.
Good afternoon, Thursday, January 4th. I'm Michael Wallace. Here's the latest from the WCBS newsroom. With the storm intensifying, Mayor de Blasio declares a winter weather emergency. Governor Cuomo declares a state of emergency.
Snow is one thing. Snow with 60-mile-per-hour gusts of wind are a totally different situation to deal with.
Flights to JFK and LaGuardia are suspended. Only a few flights are getting in and out of Newark. Eastern Long Island and the Jersey Shore could get up to 18 inches today. The city will end up with 6 to 10. Areas west of the city can expect 3 to 6. Islanders in Philly tonight. Devils visit Dallas. WCBS News Time, 1 o'clock.
This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by 23andMe.
And like it or not, the East Coast is getting hammered by a snowstorm.
I don't like the snow. It's too cold. I've got 4 layers on. I'm ready. I'm trying to prepare, but it's not my favorite.
She's in the Boston area where blizzard conditions are part of a storm that could dump up to a foot of snow. CBS's Don Daler is covering the coastal impact in Massachusetts.
Not only the floodwaters, they're concerned that the waves might actually pick up ice and use them as projectiles. So they've asked for a voluntary evacuation down along the shore.
Airlines have canceled 3,600 flights, and there are issues in the south.
I'm Jim Crisula. The snow-covered landscape in coastal areas of Georgia and the Carolinas may be a shock to many natives, but it's no big deal to Jeff Geyer.
I'm used to this. I'm from up north, so I'm just down here doing some service work.
Up to 10 inches of snow has fallen across eastern North Carolina. The North Carolina Outer Banks have been buffeted by hurricane-force winds.
Well, down to Washington, where President Trump has had more to say about his former strategist. White House correspondent Stephen Portnoy.
In his first exchange...
Man, wind just pushed me good there. Holy crap.
Last night, so, he obviously changed his tune pretty quick.
The president referred to the glowing comments Bannon offered on a satellite radio show. What's the current state of their relationship?
I don't talk to him. That's just a misnomer.
The White House says the two last spoke about a month ago. Stephen Portnoy, CBS News, the White House.
Well, South Korea says there will be no war games with the U.S. during next month's Winter Olympics. President Trump spoke by phone today with President Moon. The government's proposing regulations to make it easier to purchase health insurance across state lines. It's something President Trump has long supported. Julie Appleby of Kaiser Health News says it might mean bare bones coverage.
It's like no visibility. Up ahead, I can see that guy pull out. No lights on. But does he have his lights on? It's like he does. Even with the... Wow. Yeah, looks like he did. It's like that guy right there. I figured I may as well get as far ahead as I can, close to those other two turning cars, because that guy probably didn't see me until I was right there. Here we got someone else up ahead. Looks like there's no taillights or anything. It's definitely a lot worse over here than it was when I just went out to Suffolk County. I just went pretty much right into Suffolk on the western side of it. Not that far into it, in other words. But it looks like it's a lot worse out here in the North Shore, North Hills area. Really, East Hills, rather. Damn. I think that was like a F650. I don't know what that was. It looked like it was a 3-door. Way worse out here.
CBS News Radio 80. Snow still coming down hard and still blowing here in lower Manhattan with these wind gusts up to 25 or 30 miles per hour, even higher in some other areas this afternoon. This is the Subway Lunch Hour here on WCBS 880. Subway, time for lunch.
Eye on the Storm. Coverage sponsored by your local Chevy dealers. See their award-winning lineup at ChevyOffers.com.
The visibility a quarter mile at best as these strong winds blow all the snow around. Our chief meteorologist Craig Allen working overtime, joining us early this afternoon. Craig, the storm I think it's safe to say it's turning out worse than expected, right?
Yeah, a little bit, only because it's a little closer than expected, but now is moving away. So it is approximately 150 to 200 miles off the coast of southern New Jersey, and it's definitely moving northeast. We have several more hours to go of heavy accumulating snow and strong gusty winds across Long Island as well as New Jersey and portions of Connecticut in the lower Hudson Valley. Much lighter amounts. It's going to start tapering down shortly over northwest sections of New Jersey and the western parts of the Hudson Valley, and it will continue on out to sea after that, followed by bitter cold. Already reports generally of about, let's see, 2 to 4, 2 to 5 in some parts of northwest New Jersey and the Hudson Valley. Around the city, we are between 4 and 8 with blizzard conditions and gusting over per hour. Of course, now Jersey Shore, Long Island, as well as the Connecticut coast. We'll have full forecast at 1:08.
All right, Craig, thanks. Mayor de Blasio has declared a winter weather emergency. WCBS reporter Mike Smeltz was at the mayor's briefing in Brooklyn and joins us live. Mike.
And Michael, city officials are still in a holding pattern on exactly what the storm means for the next few days. The snow is falling faster and harder than it was a couple of hours ago. Right now, Mayor de Blasio expects schools to be open tomorrow. Public transportation in the city is operating with delays, but it is running. Big concern right now is the roads. It's, for the most part, a mess. I just took a drive over from Brooklyn to Manhattan, and there was not a moment when it was an easy ride. City Sanitation Commissioner Catherine Garcia warned that drivers will not see blacktop anytime soon, and it may be until Monday when everything looks like it may be back to normal. The mayor also wanted to point out that if your building's heat goes out and your landlord is not doing anything to fix it, to call 311 because the city will come in and fix the situation.
Check out this area. We got a few steep hills here. I'm sure it's probably plowed pretty well though.
For our region, WCBS reporter Alex Silverman at the governor's briefing.
A white sheet has dropped over 3rd Avenue, whipping with the wind. I could barely make out the glowing bank sign across the street. I've seen pedestrians almost get hit because cars try to stop mid-turn and can't stop.
Snow is one thing. Snow with 60-mile-per-hour gusts of wind are a totally different situation to deal with.
So it's a state of emergency for our...
Damn, the wind is pushing me. I'm drifting right now. Holy crap. Wow. That was something.
It is a situation that is especially safe or easy.
The bridges are open, but there are speed restrictions and truck restrictions. Cuomo says drivers have been stranded for hours on the LIE, calling it life or death there. From the governor's office on 3rd Avenue, Alex Silverman, WCBS News Radio 880.
Flights at JFK and LaGuardia have been suspended. Newark Liberty only operating about a quarter of its normal flight schedule. The Port Authority bus terminal is open. PATH also running a normal weekday schedule. WCBS News Time 1:08. Traffic and weather together on the 8th, sponsored by...
With 4-wheel drive. Without 4-wheel drive. Now I'm back in 4-wheel drive. But there's no such thing as 4-wheel stop when you're in freaking shit like this. Sliding everywhere. drive. Nobody's been here, it looks like. Just gonna get out and look and see exactly how much snow there is. This area is not disturbed at all. Really not that bad. Looks like we got 6 inches maybe. Provide these residents with a little bit extra traction for when they want to leave here. Got a steep hill over here. It's really drifting right here. Not in 4-wheel drive right now, so this thing's swinging around a bit more. Putting it in 4-wheel drive. Take it out of 4-wheel drive now. Still technically getting some power to the front wheels. Doesn't want to go as straight though, that's for sure. Oh yeah, that's a difference. Spot right here seems pretty bad. A lot of drifting right here. I'm talking about the wind drifting the snow, not me drifting the cul-de-sacs. Finally found a street that nobody's been on. At least then there's just humps of snow, like a foot, foot and a half, or even up to 2 foot, and it's just like waves on an ocean. Where I came up. Oh my God. This is hurricane strength. Holy crap. I've never seen something like this before. Sounds just like a hurricane. There's tree branches coming down, leaves coming out of nowhere. The wind just sounds like a freight train or like a jet taking off. That's for sure. At least take this out of the road for now. That's all I could do. But even just for me posting up here for a minute, the snow drifted. Holy crap. What I was talking about. But this is what I was talking about with the snow just making like waves, these drifts, just it's like humps of snow. You can see the snow on the other side when I was coming up, the other side of the hill. Well, this is deep right here. Down here. So I got the downhill in my favor. This is some deep snow. Looks like someone actually might have got stuck here because I see S8 active. I got the charging port. If I just go out in the rain or a little bit of snow or something, it just it won't charge. It says moisture detected and you gotta like dry it out and stuff. It's real annoying. I've never had that problem before with any Galaxy. But other than that, it's not a bad phone. I'm actually lost right now. I have no clue exactly how to get out of here, but I'm pretty sure I'll find my way. Looks like we got some more snow blowing action here. Yeah, I've never been on this street before. I know the neighborhood I'm in, but I have no clue what street I'm on right now. Looks like they're building another house on the left. Starting to frame. They got the bottom floor framed out. Looks like that project's going to be on hold for at least a week or so, I'd say. If it wasn't already from this cold. I think this is like the 13th or 14th day that we've been below freezing on Long Island. Well, this is crazy. It's the same storm that dumped snow in Florida. Yeah, now got another nice hill climb here. I remember yesterday they were saying that this storm, the size of it, it's as large as Hurricane Sandy was. And with some of these winds, wow, it's really drifting here. Looks like we got somebody stuck over here. Probably just realizing they can't make it. Hey, how you doing?
All right. Chestnut's plowed. Yeah, they plowed it, but all the side streets weren't plowed. But Chestnut's not that bad. It's almost down to the surface. It's just like an inch of blowing snow, you know, around everywhere, but... Yeah, did you try already or no? Alright, yeah, go ahead and try, you know. No problem, I'm going to turn around. I'll be back through in a little. Might just hang around to see if this guy needs a little help. I actually forgot to get my shovel though. Which is real stupid of me. I had to just go up to the garage. It's my storage area. Just grab my shovel because I don't have one at home. Oh, come on. You got it. You got it. You got it. Keep going. If anything, I'll push him. I can push him by hand. Yeah, he got it. He's doing good. Not bad at all. I don't mind waiting for him. He could go ahead if he wants. You think you're gonna be able to make it? You gotta go up there. Shit, that's tight. Does it loop around? Like, can you go around? Man. Yeah, because I would say if it's a little bit, I could push you by hand maybe, but for that kind of hill, no problem. Get home safe. Have a good one. Alright, now I'm gonna head to my hometown and see what the deal is. That guy just didn't even want to come up onto this street that we were just on. I guess he didn't know if it was plowed or not. I guess he didn't get out and look yet. So if anything, I guess I saved him maybe a minute of getting out of the car and trying to decide, you know, if he wants to try to make it or not. But he had to make it up that big hill on the left. And for me to do, that would be... Like, I could probably just do it without, like, going sideways and crap. But for him, nah. No way. At this point, he'd be pushing snow with that car. Oh, man, I feel like my head is underwater. My ears just popped. This cold really fucks with you. I'm gonna head back to Northern Boulevard now. Go through Roslyn. Check out the bay over here. The snow really is drifting. Just keep seeing like these bands of snow. You can see a bunch of leaves, like you'll see like a bunch of leaves in a line like over here, and then you just see where the snow kind of like drifts. Like if you look to the sides, like on the left, you can see it's kind of like in waves, like along people's lawns and stuff. It's like you might have one area with 6 inches of snow and one area with 12 inches of snow. But I can still stop on a dime and go sideways right after. Damn.
got the nice bus coming. This light is just not changing. Probably it because I didn't get the sensor. Back up a little. Light on both sides of me to the left and the right's changed already twice. There you go. Tow truck with the plow on it. That's entrepreneurial right there. These new tires are grabby. Nice buses stuck on the left and another car. Yeah, we got two buses and a car stuck. Looks like the nice bus driver is actually digging out the car, but it looks like the car's up on the median. So I'm going to go back to that other side there, check out what's going on. But there's two buses that are stopped. One of those same buses that just passed by a minute ago. Orange and white bus. And then it looks like the driver, who was wearing the orange, or rather the green vest, he was shoveling out the car, probably just so he can get that guy on his way and get the bus through. Looks like we got another bus up ahead. Yeah, it's sideways. Yeah, we got another nice bus up ahead. It's sideways. I guess that's what the plow, the tow truck plow is going for. Man. That sucks. It looks like he hit the wall too. Oh yeah. That sucks. Doesn't look like he really scraped much in this area. Wonder if anybody's on it. Really, I want to go to the other side and try to help out that Acura. I'll pull it out from the rear, just pull it back on the road. I mean, I can't really help this guy. But not in service, yeah. Definitely not in service, guys. That's for sure. But right now, I'm gonna resume service. It doesn't look like anybody's on the bus. I'm sure the driver probably is. Trying to see where he spun out. It looks like he had it going here on the left. He kept going and going and going, and then he just lost it. Yeah, I don't see anybody on the bus. No driver either. Wow. Alright, well, that's just there. I'm gonna head to the other side where the other two buses are. Got going on over here with these other buses. Oh, car's free now. I see the Acura backing up, so that's good. I don't think the guy's going to be able to make it up though. Guy thinks I want to call it. I don't. I just want to see what the fuck's going on. I'm just gonna go in this parking lot over here so I can pull up right there and see if I can offer any assistance. Now would be the perfect time to just go right up these steps and get away with it and say, oh, well, I didn't see them. I didn't realize they were here. I'm not actually going to do it, guys. Really, I'm not. I'm not that stupid. Want to see what we got here. I want to see these buses get out of this, because I don't think that that's going to happen. They got no traction. I'm sure no traction at all. I'm going to go talk to this guy. It looks like he's going inside to warm up, so I'm not going to bother him. Let's see if that Acura made it out. I guess so. I don't know. I don't see the car there anymore. Just gonna see if I can push my way through here. Wow. We got another bus against guardrail situation. So we got two nice buses, Nassau Intercounty Express buses that are pretty much stuck against guardrails or cement like barricades right now. I'm gonna go through a 2-foot pile of snow. Alright, I just did that. And now I'm gonna pull back onto Northern Boulevard, go over the viaduct, and drive past where those buses are. Another guy boogieing over there. Nice bus that's at a 45-degree angle against the center Jersey barrier here on the left, which you'll be seeing in a minute. And the wind is whipping right now. Holy shit. I'm not really trying to stay in lane, but now I am. Holy crap. Yeah, there's the other bus. Looks like nobody's on it. So the driver abandoned the scene of a motor vehicle accident right now. They're not on the bus. There you go. Nice driver, not on the bus, abandoned the scene of a motor vehicle accident. Yeah, there's nobody on there. Totally nobody on there. They just totally picked him up and told him, like, alright, we're just gonna take you back and we'll come back, you know, a few hours. We'll take the bus. You know, eventually when we can get to it, you know, we'll go there, we'll tow the bus out. That's really all they can do at this point. Gonna head to Manhasset now. Still going through Roslyn. Gonna be in the Manhasset area soon. I'll go into Plandome, go the back way into town. There's Sloman's goes, you always gotta have your home security in order, even if there's a blizzard, you know. Probably going on a service call right now. Gotta go deal with the freaking cold. That or go install an alarm system or something, I guess. What a nice day for that. A rear-wheel drive van. Must be real fun. Go somewhere you've never been before. Meanwhile, I'm driving down these streets that I've been on and I can't even recognize them. I would not want to be working a job right now that you gotta go do freaking like residential house calls and stuff. I used to hate that stuff. You gotta track snow in the house and everything. You gotta like put cardboard down. You gotta make a nice like, you know, area. You got paper and stuff so you don't track shit in their house. You know, it's so much work. Glad I'm not doing construction anymore. Got a bunch of properties I'm gonna have to take care of once this is all said and done. Now the governor, Mr. Cuomo, he did say that it's a state of emergency right now. And I don't think he banned non-essential travel, but obviously, if you don't have to be on the road, you definitely don't want to be on the road. You know, it's not worth it. Put yourself or others at risk and all that stuff, yada, yada, yada. But the point is, you got a four-wheel drive, you want to go out, you want to see this stuff, you know, and I don't want anybody to get the wrong impression. They see me drifting around corners, doing all kinds of crazy shit. I'm only doing it when I know that I'm safe to do it. And like all those disclaimers that you'll see in like a car commercial where it says like professional driver on a closed course. And this really isn't a closed course, but I have a good familiarity with the area that I'm driving through and stuff, so no one's around me, I drift through a corner, whatever, it's really not that reckless because from all my previous experiences, the more I've gone out and driven cars in situations that others might say were aggressive, the more I've learned about it. And that's why some of the best driving experience I've got was going around drifting in parking lots. Away from cars, closed area, big park or something where there's really nobody around. You go and take a curve real quick and see what happens when you spin out and try to correct it and get it back straight, and you kind of get an idea when you actually do spin out. Well, now you know how to do it on purpose. So, say right now, like I enter in a skid, I can just kind of keep the wheel just turning. Of course you can't see it, but I'm just turning the wheel left and right. So I'm keeping the car straight because I know how to do it. But I just got brand new tires and they really grab quite nicely. They got great traction. But it's a little bit unpredictable how they're going to grab. But otherwise, I feel totally fine driving this thing. Got no weight in it right now. And even with these winds, there I started going off to the side, and I just very casually just flicked the wheel to the left. Pretty much had the wheels cut all the way to the left, so I was still going in that direction, and then I just got out of the skid, went through it. Up ahead we got a really slick surface, changes from asphalt to concrete. It's a really steep hill. A lot of people spin out here. looks like someone's been doing donuts here. I just have to do a couple myself. Yeah, I pretty much took all the snow away. I like how they have to put signs that say, use directional signal. Like, why do they have to put a sign to tell you, use your directional signal? There's not one at this intersection, so I guess I didn't have to signal here then, right? Unbelievable. You gotta freaking put a sign to tell people to use their directional. That's only in New York, really. Whoa! We're taking fire right here. Damn, that guy's got the ill setup. Holy crap. He's got like the Walker ride-on with the snowblower attachment. That thing's sick. Damn, look at that thing. He's got some traction with that. Holy crap. That thing's a beast. And they got about 7 inches, I would say, or 8 inches of snow here from what he just cut through. Wow, another guy with the snowblower there. These people got their snow removal, they got it down. It's an estate, but there's no truck here or anything. Looks like a husband and wife maybe in like their late 50s, early 60s. Guy out on a ride-on mower. The freaking snowblower attachment. It looked like the wife was using like a nice big 2-stage snowblower. They're not messing around here. Looks like they put a lot of ice melt down over there. I have water on the ground. Whoa, I lost traction. Oh shit. Gotta try this. Yeah, there's definitely a foot of snow on the ground here right now.
I got really bad cell service, so I don't think this is gonna actually stream, but what I just drove through, it's pretty much a foot deep. About to be by a big open field, so that's what I want to check out. I want to see how the snow's drifting, but it's still coming down nice here. It seemed like when I was out in Suffolk, I guess it just stopped for a little while. But here, check this out. Wish I had another camera to show you this ghetto setup that I got. But yeah, I'm happy. My wish came true. When they were saying we were only going to get 3 to 6 inches of snow, I was like, fuck, that's it. That's nothing. When they were talking about the potential of this storm, like it's basically a snow hurricane. And right now, over there in distance, the pond. Over now, there's like a foot of snow on top of it. This right here is a foot of snow. That's a foot. My phone's already blowing up with people calling. Alright, we're gonna go check out this field now. Just gonna pull the exploder up a bit. Should have a little bit better service over there. Just wait a second here because I think the stream cut out. Four-wheel drive and I'm going sideways in a foot of snow. Someone's definitely been here to do some drifting before. Take it out of four-wheel drive. nice defender. Pretty sure I know that guy. I like how every time the stream rather, ends, like if it cuts out and I gotta resume it, every single time that I resume it, it goes to like the face-facing camera, even though I was using the rear-facing camera. It's like it wants to get a picture of whoever's doing the live stream, I guess, or something like that. I don't know why. I don't think it's something on my phone's end, but it's as if YouTube somehow wants to resume the live stream, the opposite facing camera. I don't like that. Nice. Out it all back in the road. That red Grand Cherokee. Are you kidding me? This guy's really out jogging right now. I mean, alright, I guess it's nice to come out in this weather just to see it, but that's interesting. You want to be all jogging and all. Wow, okay. Freaking Long Island people. Anybody else in the world watching this video is probably like, are you kidding me? This guy's out jogging in the middle of a blizzard? That's the kind of thing that people do around here, so. It's like the guy in the Jeep plowing all the snow from the side of the road, plowing it right off back into the middle of the road. That was interesting. Yeah, it looks like one of those cops was actually stuck, because I saw it backed up into a dead-end street and there was a lot of snow in front of the car, and it looked like he had gone back and forth a couple times to try to get out. The other cop wasn't in the car, so he's probably trying to help out the other guy who was stuck. driveway. The whole driveway was melted. Damn, that jogger made some distance. Got a lot of wind in this area. You can see the streets almost clear. It's all blowing from the bay. Manhasset Bay over there. Guys cruising.
Staten Island Expressway. What your genes say about your health, traits, and ancestry, you can start to learn about your DNA story at 23andme.com. Now, forecast from the WCBS Weather Center.
Well, that storm, the center of circulation right now of this little beast out there over the Atlantic, is almost at our latitude. And the rule of thumb is basically once it gets north of your latitude, you can start seeing things begin to wind down. Not stop, but begin to wind down. So I expect that to happen within an hour or so, certainly the western suburbs, but it will take much longer than that. It's going to take at least until dark for the city to see less snowfall, less accumulating snowfall, and perhaps about 7, 8 o'clock or so, starting to clear the east end of the island. But right now it's wreaking havoc on the areas from the city south and east, and it starts lightening up to the north and west. We'll have more forecast details at 2:38.
Did you call it this little beast?
Little beast. Looking at this thing in the Atlantic, Steve, I just have no other way to describe it.
It beats Cyclone Bomb, thanks. Yes. WCBS News Time, 2:30. News, traffic, and weather for New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut. We are WCBS News Radio 80. Good afternoon, Thursday, January 4th. I'm Steve Scott. Here's the latest from the WCBS Newsroom. This little beast is not done yet. We still have a few more hours of snow before it tapers off. City could get up to 10 inches of snow, so west of Long Island and coastal Connecticut could see up to 20 inches. There is enough snow. The kids are sledding in Central Park today. Flight operations have been suspended at both JFK and LaGuardia airports. In Newark, 3/4 of the scheduled flights have been canceled. Mayor de Blasio says he expects city schools to be open tomorrow, but they're going to say parking rules are being suspended through Saturday.
I love when you're like spinning out and shit and people are watching you and they think you're gonna lose it and crash and everything and you're just doing it all on purpose. I love it. I love seeing the looks from these people. Angry old fucks shoveling their driveway and they see a kid coming along in a 4x4 having fun. I once used to have fun like that. Now I got the wife and kids inside. I can't do shit. Love seeing that look. Thanks. Go. Just keep backing up, right? Right into traffic, huh? Frickin' townie. He could have easily stopped, and I'm pretty sure he saw me, so that's what gets me pissed.
it out a little for them. Damn, look at the drifting over here. Holy crap. That's a lot of drifting snow. It's quite a snow drift. Check the dock out.